Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is January 31st, 2025, and we are looking at Proverbs chapter 31. Proverbs 31, verses 8 and 9. I'm picking these two verses today because over the last week and a half, 2 weeks, I have watched a lot of people, maybe even you, post on Facebook something that is provocative. From one standpoint or another, it's provocative. It's intended to poke at somebody. Whether it's an image, a meme, a scripture verse, whatever it is. Now, don't get me wrong. Posting scripture is good. But when it's in line with an agenda and it's used as a weapon, it's bad, right? So the verses I'm going to read to you today often get used as defense for that. Speak up for those who have no voice, for the justice of all who are dispossessed. Speak up, judge righteously, and defend the cause of the oppressed and the needy. It is repeated over and over and over again in Scripture that we are to look out for those that can't look out for themselves. That's absolutely true. But I'm going to say this. Starting a debate on Facebook does not do that. It actually makes it worse for them. It's the biggest sign of hypocrisy out of anything. Saying I'm defending and then going off and starting an argument that won't be won. And the reality is, I can do far more by picking up the phone and calling my senators, my congressmen, by going and setting an appointment and sitting down with them. If it's a local organization, going and having a conversation with them and finding out what's going on and why they're doing what they're doing. Maybe even joining in some way to help in the causes that I know are right and true. But posting things that cause dissension, even if we think it's funny. You know, I saw a meme this morning and it poked fun at one group of people because another group of people said something and they were able to enact something. And it's been happening for years. It's been driving me crazy. And I strive to post well. I strive to post well. So if you look at what I post on Facebook, you pay attention to what I post here on YouTube, you can see that I strive to post well. And I don't get into the controversies. I'm not out to make an argument. I will hold firm on my beliefs, and if you disagree, I don't need to argue with you. I understand where you're at. I'm not going to change my mind. I'm also not going to go make you change yours, or try to make you change yours. Verses like this, or be all things to all people, as Paul said, often get used as weapons to try to force people into alignment. I can be a defense for those that need defense, have no voice, in much better ways than stirring controversy. Now, don't get me wrong. There are times where the powers that be, whether, like I talked about yesterday, the church or whatever, comes to me, and then I need to hold firm in whatever it is and be willing to take the consequences of that. And I realize that can be controversial in that moment, but I didn't go out to provoke that controversy. I answered it when it came to me. I love everyone the way Jesus loved me. That's the command Jesus gave in John 13:34 and 35. A new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. By this they will know that you are my disciples, by how you love one another. Love is an action. And if we're stirring conflict, that's not love. My heart is ripped apart right now for what I'm seeing in the world. And I can't do anything about it. But you've chosen to take a minute with me today. And I'm encouraging you, be the defense of those that have no voice. But find a way to do it that has an impact that's positive. Because starting an argument isn't going to affect change in a positive way. I've never seen it work. I've never seen it work. I understand that, someone may have a post and it may go viral and it may cause people to start talking, and you'll get a whole bunch of people that rally around you. Those people already agreed. You're not changing the minds of those that were against it. You just rallied enough support around you to force something. The idea of Christianity is to live in a different way without bullying so that they want to change. The people that aren't living the way that the Word says want to change and wants to come alongside of that. And unfortunately, for many years, I didn't want anything to do with the church because it got shoved down my throat. We can speak up for those who have no voice, for justice for all who are dispossessed. We can speak up and judge righteously and defend the cause of the oppressed and the needy without creating controversy. Don't ask me how. That's between you and God. If God is putting it on your heart that there is something absolutely wrong and it needs to be addressed, talk to God about what's the best way to do this without creating a controversy. Then figure out, because if he's going to tell you to do that, he's going to put you in a position to have authority to do that. And he's going to guide you through that process. And you need to follow through. So just remember that today, guys, as we go out into the world. What we do is watched by all. And if we're creating controversy, we're not living into the standard that we say we are. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.